Welcome back to the Building a Web App with ASP.NET 5, MVC 6, Entity Framework 7, and AngularJS. My name is Sean Wildermuth of Wilderminds. In this module, we're going to be discussing the Entity Framework version 7. We'll start out by creating some entities. We'll use the DB context to store them in a database. We'll talk about seeding and creating databases. We'll introduce the repository pattern. And finally, we'll introduce ASP.NET 5's logging facility so we can capture when things go wrong. Entity Framework 7 is the next version of the Entity Framework, but it's also a departure for the team. It's a complete rewrite of the platform from the ground up. Many of the large, bulky, slow parts of the Entity Framework are not even included. So while the surface area of the APIs is meant to be pretty close to previous versions of Entity Framework, the guts aren't. One of the chief focuses is to build this data access framework without the requirement that it be stored in a relational database. They want to be able to support non-relational stores as well, or NoSQL stores as many people still call them. In many ways, it's still a work in progress. Unlike the rest of the stack we're talking about, there's still many breaking changes that are promised through the next several versions. All the design and implementation of the Entity Framework, like ASP.NET 5 in general, are open source. If you're building a website and you need the maturity of a database platform, or you need the ability to support certain features that were only available in Entity Framework 6, it's still viable to use Entity Framework 6, especially if you need that level of maturity. Let's start building.